What's up, guys? This is Tony. I'm your friend in the lawn care business. If this is your first time at my channel, love to have you hang out with us. Have a great group of people in the community, people that comment. They're super great, super nice people in this business. And they can all help you with tips too. So be sure to talk in the comment section. Anyway, I want to come at you today with 3 things you can do to get your lawn business started, even if you have nothing, if you have no equipment, if you very limited money, all that. So let's get started. Number 1, you could take one day or a few hours and go on Vistaprint, make you some cards. You can get a whole box of cards, $9, $9 approximately, somewhere in there. The prices go up and down, $1 or $2, depending on the season and that kind of thing. But yeah, do that, and just put together a card. Make it very simple, but make it very custom to what you like, and hopefully it will stand out from other people, that make them, Vistaprint and such like that. So, get you some cards made up. Maybe take a couple hours before that. Maybe make you a little logo with a logo app on your phone or something. If you want to make a logo you want to stick with, so work on that. None of that's going to be perfect when you're first starting business, obviously, so don't think it will. Just like right now, a lot of things in making my videos are not perfect, but you just keep doing it. So anyway, so do that. Make some Vistaprint cards. Try to keep your same logo and format and stuff. And there's so many things like Facebook yard sale groups where you can post your stuff, your surrounding areas and stuff. And you're not going to get, all your work won't be right in your neighborhood when you first start. We would all love that to happen, but that probably won't happen, and that's okay. So, you can use those Facebook groups. You can make Vistaprint cards. Also, you can make a Facebook page that's free for your business. And I would put the name of your business at, then, have something about your area in there, like so-and-so lawn care in blah, blah, blah town of state. So that way, when people are searching for lawn care, they'll pull up your Facebook page. I got a lot of yards that way when I was starting my business. So it does work. Watch some videos on SEO and how to, there's so many good resources out there on YouTube about how to, make stuff for making good search engine things. So watch that. Make Facebook groups, make a Facebook page. I never even posted any of the yard sale pages when I'd done all this in my business. I really, just using my Facebook page, was great, and got a lot of action from that. So, because I just have so-and-so company at the area I'm at, and so yeah, I got a lot of business off that. And then make the Vistaprint cards, and then we'll come back to distributing those stuff in a minute. Let's move on to the second point. This is a huge thing that so many people, even people like me or people veterans in the business, is something easy to get lazy on, and it costs you big time. It's just picking up your phone, and if you miss a call, make sure you keep a good eye on your call log and just call them back. You're not going to be able to get every single call in the world, answer right then, but do follow back up with them. It seems like a very small step, but your phone, man, that is huge. It is huge. I'm a very good on my phone and and calling people back. Now that I have a business and it's advertised and stuff, I get a lot of scammers and stuff like that. So if I find out that's what that is, obviously I don't talk to them. But anyway, just being on your phone, calling everybody back that you can, calling property managers in your area is a good way to start getting yards, realtors. Family members, just calling family members, be like, hey, I'm starting a lawn service. I'll do yours for this price, low price, and they'll help you to get started and get some learning under your belt. And family members are great for that. I still mow one of Emily's family members now. years later. I still mow her yard. It's the only one I have, down in town in the little downtown part. I go down there every 2 weeks, cut her yard. Great people, great lady, and all that. And so anyway, I'm still doing it. So that can help people in your church, people in your family, so like that help get you started and get you on the road. And also, let's go to the third thing: equipment. How are you going to get equipment if you don't have equipment? Okay. So if I had to start today, this is what I would do. If you have even $100, couple $100 or whatever, right now it's February. Be looking on Craigslist. You can buy push mowers for a reasonable price. People practically give away their 21-inch mowers on there all day. Homeowner mowers and stuff. But in the winter time, there's no grass right now yet. You're ahead of the game, and so you could buy one of those for cheap. You can buy one of those for cheap. And yes, it will take a long time to mow yards with it and stuff. But you got to think when you're first starting, you're only going to have a couple of yards starting off anyway. So you could get that. You could even rent a mower if you didn't have even that money to put forward. You could rent a mower. When I was thinking about if I wanted to start getting into these 30-inch mower like I have, and so I went down to our local rental shop, and they rent one there. And I rented it for a day to try it out on my yards to see if I like the 30-inch mower. It was not the exact model I have. It was the residential model, but still, the point is you can rent mowers like that. Like when you're getting started, you could line up all your yards that you have, the few yards that you have, like on the same day, that morning, go rent the mower, do your yards, fill the mower back up, bring it back, and return it, and you've gotten your yards done. You do that a few times, you get your money saved up, and then you can, maybe buy a new push mower. I have a little Honda mower that I bought from Home Depot. It's great, 21. You can pick up one of those after you get moving, and then also if you have money now or when you start doing this later. When I was starting my business, I started. My first big mower is I found a used belt drive Toro walk behind on Craigslist. And that's what really got me started. And that was a great mower. I paid $1,250 for it. It was a belt drive, but it was floating deck. It was good, and me and my dad talk about now that sometimes I wish I still had it. It's a great mower. It had the turbo force, deck, all this stuff. But anyway, and so, and a lot of these things, my dad has talked about, over the years to people starting their business, and and I listen to what he says. I listen to a lot of other guys to say in my life, and be humble and learn from people. And you're doing that right now if you're watching this video. And I don't know everything. I don't know much at all. But the reason why I want to make this video is because if me, like I am, I'm not very smart or amazing or anything. But if I can do this lawn business, then you can do it. Because if I can do it, you can do it for sure. I don't have any horticulture degrees or anything on the wall. Like, I'm not special. I'm just the same as you. I don't have any special skills. I'm not real amazingly strong or amazingly fast or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy. But I do enjoy lawn care, and I've been doing it my whole life. So those are the three things. They can get you going. They really can. So let's get into some other side notes. Okay, how are you going to start doing your scheduling? Also, one more note on the equipment. Stihl BG50 is $139 for that blower, hand blower. And you get the 2-year warranty, all that. So that's just something to keep in mind too. Anyway, so how are you going to start scheduling these yards? Well, I do not recommend going full-time in the lawn care until you have enough money. Like Dave Ramsey said that I listen to all the time. I'm big into Dave Ramsey. So he talks about, like your side hustle, you don't want to go full-time into that until that side hustle is making equal to what your full-time job is making now. Or, very close to that. None of that has to be perfect. But what I'm saying is, nights and weekends and things, you start building your lawn care business. You might do that for a couple years. and then you can start scaling back your other regular job and go into full-time lawn care. Right now, I'm full-time in lawn care, and I have been for 5 or 6 years. I still work with my dad 1 day a week to help him on his stuff, but pretty much I'm full-time. And I am full-time lawn care every single day. I'm either doing my dad's yards or I'm doing my yards. And these things will work, it just, but takes a few years. And like I said, with your phone, I still have the same phone number I've had ever since I was a kid. So people a couple years ago, they were like, man, I didn't know that if I could still get a hold of you, but I know my neighbor used to have you cut his yard, and so I called you, and I still have that number, and I can still connect with them. Just being consistent and being there, it's a big deal. Okay. I'm trying to keep my thoughts straight here, and it's hard. But so lawn care companies like me. Let's say if you're a young guy and you don't even have a job yet, you're real young. You could work for a lawn care company, and it's common because a lot of lawn care companies, even like me, let's say some lawn care companies are really busy Wednesday through Friday or something like that. So there are plenty of lawn care companies that would hire you for 2 to 3 days a week because they may not necessarily can have enough work or want to have enough, want to support a worker for a full 40 hours. But it's very common, especially in this business, to have part-time, 2 to 3 days a week, and you could do that, and that way it still gives you a couple extra days for your lawn care. Meanwhile, you're making money with this guy. This guy's happy because he doesn't have to pay you full time. You're happy. You're still doing you're building your lawn care business, and you're learning a ton over here with this lawn care business. So it's just like you're just doing it both ways. And then going back to one of my other second points, I need to wrap this up. It's getting long. I could talk about this forever, but I will not. I'll not bore you, but. Distributing those cards. A friend of mine, Wyatt's Lawn Service, he was talking about on his cards, he punched a hole and he put a rubber band in there, and so you could turn a regular business card, he turned it into a door hanger. And I'm like, man, that's great. I always just distributed business cards. I never had the door hangers. Door hangers are not expensive. They're not bad. I never built some of those. I don't know if I didn't really know about it or if I just thought it would be too hard or too expensive to make them. So I always just distributed cards, just regular business cards. But door hangers are great too. But anyway, out of those business cards, you punch a hole, you put a rubber band, you can stretch around the doorknob. Because be careful not to really mess with their mailboxes, because that's kind of a no-no, at least in my state. So I have put them on the post, underneath the mailbox, and I've still gotten in trouble for that here and there. But I still did it. That's just part of the lawn care business. You scratch and claw, and you get your way. You just keep doing a great job. The only reason why my business right now is that it's sustainable, like that I can keep doing it for years full time. It's just because I do really good work. I never lose a client. I've only, I think maybe once or twice lost a client because of some kind of work, if I wasn't doing good work or something. And that is just because there are a couple people that you can never please, because I did exactly what I told them I was going to do. It always looked great. But these, some people are just screwed up, and it, in the next company it was the same thing, it was the same thing. They just kept moving on down, and so that confirms that it wasn't me, but it just is what it is. And I had, my first couple yards were super hard. I had this old guy, and I was like weeding his garden for him. He was out there sitting there watching me. The whole time while I did it. And y'all will have yards like that when you first start out. I did that yard for years, a couple of years. And I had other yards that were also low-paying, crap yards. But I did those at first, and it got me through. It really did. It really got me started, or, whatever you want to call it. And so that is part of the business. So expect that. Expect that you will price some things wrong. I've gotten ripped off a few times here and there, probably up to 10 times. And that's part of the business too. you know, later on as you get established and stuff, you might could look into some prepayment things. Even me now, I still don't do like prepayment credit cards or anything. I think it's a great idea. A lot of guys here on YouTube doing it. I like it. I think it's awesome. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I haven't set that up yet, but we probably will in the future. But now, you know, the people that don't pay, you know, I've weeded them out over time, over years. So anyway, I won't keep rambling. Let's wrap this up. But, you know, ask me ongoing questions. Ask me questions in the comments. But I have 100% faith in you guys that you can do this. There's an old guy in my town. I say old guy, but just an older guy, limps around, and he can't even walk that great. But he has a big lawn care business. He limps like this, and but he still moves at a decent pace. He has a great business, you know. So you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. It's just it's just in your mind, and it's just start from $0. And then the last thing as I leave is I don't recommend building your business on debt. Because when something goes wrong, you have payments, it's bad. Plus it makes you more desperate when you go to estimate a job. If you have all these bills, you're thinking in your mind like, oh man, I got like all these payments, so I got to get this yard because I have these payments, and it just sets you up for bad. You're losing because you're paying all your money out to payments. Plus you have bad posture when you go to sell the job. That kind of thing. I'm not saying if you have payments you're wrong, but I'm telling you in my business is debt free, and also my wife does not have another job outside the home. She's a big help in my lawn care business, helping me with administration and taxes, and she helps me big time with that. But it's awesome because now we have a son, and we don't want daycare to raise our kid. Our son is our son, and we're going to get to raise him. So an awesome thing, this lawn care business, I'm able to work hard enough and to put in the long hours so that just me, supports our house, supports everything that we need. And you can do it. You can do it. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna be slow, but you can do it. I'm 6 years in my own business now, or something like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it because it's going to be so hard. No, it's going to be great. You can do it. Along the journey, it's been good. It's not been easy, but it's been good. And then the last thing. When you get started, you think, oh man, I just have this push mower. It'll just be so easy when I get the big mower. Because that's how I thought when I was starting. I was like, man, I had this, this old walk behind had a lot of problems, all that. I thought, oh man, when I get like a nicer mower, like it's going to be awesome. And I've had, now I've had brand new commercial mowers. I've had other kind of mowers. I have a little Scag Liberty Z I use on the soft yards, which we can get into that in another video on why I use that mower instead of a commercial mower a lot. You think that, oh man, it's just my business is terrible now, and then once I get that big mower, it's going to be awesome. But just enjoy your business right now when you're starting because you only have a few yards right now. So yeah, your mower is small, but you only have a few yards that you have to get done anyway because that's all you have right now. So it's kind of like, yeah, your equipment will get better, but your workload will increase. You'll be making more money. There's a lot of things that get better, but it doesn't get easier, in my opinion. A lot of it is in my mind. Like I thought it'd be easier, but now I look back and I'm like, man, I had it easy then. I was only doing 5 or 6 yards when I started. I mean, that was nothing. Now I'm doing by myself. I'm doing 46 yards or whatever. And yeah, my equipment's better, but I think back and I'm like, man, that really was easy. It was easy. The work-wise, it was easy then, but it's so great now because I have better equipment, better clients, and I have better posture. Like I don't have to take a job if I don't want to do it. It's that kind of thing. A yard, I mean, like I have good posture, and I can tell them that, hey, when I go to talk to a client, I say, hey, my business is debt free. I'll be the last lawn care service you ever need, and let me show you that, and I'll prove that to you. And that has worked great for me. Another thing that people love that it's you starting, and people love that it's me out there. I don't have workers and stuff like that. I turned down about $20,000 worth of revenue last year. So I really got to think about, okay, do I want to hire some people or whatever? But, us having a kid and stuff last year, I really didn't want to take on a bunch of extra risks. So I've been keeping it the same as it is, doing everything myself. It's been good. I don't know if I'm going to go that way. you know, there's nothing wrong with staying solo, and I may do that. You know, but you know, it is something you'll have to think about. Something I'll have to think about as I get older. You know, that won't always be possible to do the amount I'm doing now at the pace I'm doing now, and I realize that. So I'm going to have to work on that. But you know, have life insurance. You know, there are other legal things that you can take care of in your business later as you get going. But just for now, just put cards out like crazy. Call everyone you know, and just get started. You can do it. All right, I really got to wrap this up because I'm getting like way long here, and I'm like talking your ear off. So. Alright guys, one last thought on this lawn care startup video. This is like a couple days later, but I had one more thought. So, or one thing that I didn't mention, you know, what if you just have a car and so you don't have a truck, you know, to get started in lawn care? Well, you know, you can always sell that car and get a truck that is, you know, equal value to the car that you have. You know, that's an option. You can do that. Whatever level car you have, because trucks and cars, you know, the same type of worth truck, you know, is about the same price as type of worth car. So you could do that. You could sell, even if you had $1,000 car, well, you could get sell that for $1,000, Craigslist to get $1,000 truck. You could do that. But let's say you're just starting out, but you know, there are plenty of people that start with cars. You know, you can put your 21-inch mower in the trunk and get a trimmer and a blower put in there. And then, you know, as you save up money, you could get a little trailer hitch on that car and then just get like a little small 5x8, 5x10 trailer. Put that on the car, keep saving up money, and then buy a little truck, and then you'd have that little trailer, you know, you could use, you know, even though the trailer would look kind of sketchy on the car, but you could do that for a little bit if you wanted to. So even if you had a wagon, I mean, you know, I'm just, you know, starting worst case scenario, you know, you can do this. So that was one of the last things I thought of. So I'm gonna really shut up this time. Okay.